Hello again. Welcome back. Today I'm going to create some art that resembles crystal branching structures. So I'm going to use Three.js. What is Three.js? Three.js is a 3D library that aims to make it as simple as possible to get 3D stuff into a web page. And yeah. So let's dive right in. We've got our typical boilerplate with orbit controls so that we can pan around the scene. I've instantiated a cube using box geometry and a basic material. Let's change that to a standard material right from the get-go. And create a light as well. Not loving the look of the standard spotlight. I feel like it's too uneven. Three.js also provides a handy hemisphere light. New 3.hemisphere. Yeah. And let's do that. I feel like that's got a look I like a little bit better. You've got more variation in the shading, and you could do fun things like add a little bit of warmth to that, so you get this kind of glowy, a little bit of a warmer look. Great, let's get rid of that. So now I'm also adding this background. It's a giant sphere that's been reversed, so it's inside out like that. And I've written a simple shader just to provide that nice gradient that you see there. And you could pass in the hue and change it to whatever hue you like. That's kind of lovely. Or a purple hue. I really like that purple too. Let's stick with the purple. So we've got a simple piece of geometry floating in the middle of our scene. We're going to duplicate that geometry and have it branch in a given direction at a given trajectory, and we'll repeat that on a bunch of different angles so that it kind of resembles a crystal radiating, these spikes radiating out of this middle part. I want to change the box geometry to have a width, height, and depth, and then I'll define that. Make it a little bit smaller, like so, and take this part here, the cube part, let's make that mesh instead, and remove the rotating part for now, and break that out into its own method so we can call it repeatedly. Let's do that. Let's call it function get box. And it's going to take some parameters. How about an index parameter at first? And I like giving that param a default value. Okay. Shift Option F on your Mac to auto format. It's gone because I need to call it now. Let's see. Get box. And I'm passing in nothing. And it breaks because I don't know exactly why it breaks. Let's see. Is it because I'm not passing anything? Oh, I can't find index. But who cares? Oh, what if I just do that instead? Okay, now you're happy. Let's, instead of adding it to the scene, let's return mesh. Like so, and then we can do scene.add get box. Good. Let's say I want to create a kind of group. Let's call it a scene group dot update. I don't like that performance dot now. I do like a t param and give that a default value. So scene group. let's create that. What is that? It's scene group dot update equals function. Yeah, I do want that. It's out of order though. A scene group is const scene group is a new group, and I'm gonna scene dot add scene group. Auto format. I said auto format. Nope, not gonna auto format this time. Let's say scene group dot rotation dot y equals time times that fraction. Oh, that's a very small fraction. Let's make the x rotate as well. A lot slower. And also, by the way, let's make that anti-aliased. I think it just looks a little bit nicer. Good. Got the scene group automatically rotating. Let's say const num boxes is equal to 6, and for let I, while I is less than num boxes, I plus equals 1. Scene group dot add get box. I can define the position here. Const position is equal to new vector 3, and for now I'll just take the index. So now they kind of, whoops, I didn't set the position. Mesh dot position dot copy position. Boom, boom. Not working. Oh, I need to pass index. Oh, sorry. There we go. Kind of weird. I times 0.2. So now they're like that. And the size, let's say const size is equal to, actually let's just take the size like this. Size is equal to 1 by default, but we'll define it here. Let size equal 1 minus I divided by num boxes. Okay, pass that in. Now we have a size, and we can use that to mesh.scale.set scalar size. Now they get a little bit smaller as you go up. All right, rotation. What can we do with rotation? We just want random rotation. Nothing crazy. Mesh.rotation.copy rotation. Rotation looks like const rotation e3.euler math.random times that. Whoops. Oh, look at that random rotation. I'd like the guy in the middle to not have a random rotation, and there to be just one. So for the position, I'm going to say, well, I need to define a random vector, don't I? I'm going to call that random vector trajectory. Okay. And default just default vec3, which is 0, 0, 0. Looks like this. Const default vec3 is the new vector 3. Good. But for now, I'm just going to do that. space those out a little bit more. I'm going to call this spacing and just add 0.5 and define that spacing like so. Const spacing is equal to 0.5. So I can kind of fine tune that a little bit and just drop a box in the middle of the scene. We're going to call that get box like so. I'm going to call that the middle box. And it doesn't take a size. It doesn't have an index. And I don't want it to have a random rotation either. So how do I stop it from having a scene.add scene group.add like that. Index I plus 1. How about that? Good. So that's how that goes. I've got my first branch. Let's encapsulate the branching code and then call that repeatedly, kind of like this. Const num branches is equal to 6 or 3, and then 4. Yeah. Let's say oh no. We'll just say scene group.add get branch. Kind of like that. And inside of get branch, let's see. Boom. Function get branch. Inside of here, I want to return. Do I want to? I'm just adding boxes. Doesn't even. No, I'm not even returning it. I'm just getting branch and passing it a trajectory. And let's define that trajectory like this. Const trajectory is equal to new vector 3, and it's random. Like that. Okay. Get branch takes a trajectory, and then I'm passing that to each one of those guys. That's not working at all. It's kind of weird looking. Position.add trajectory. Because I need to change this thing here. Position is just going to be 0 to start with. Const position equals. Now I don't need this. And I'm using spacing instead of gap. And it's index, not I. All right, I think I got it. Sometimes that's a pretty funky value. What if I were to normalize that trajectory? You know what I'm saying? Spacing will be 2.5 and plus 2.5. Yeah, I like that normalizing action. It's rotating too quickly. It's making me feel nauseous. There, that's better. And I want more branches. I've got 3 branches. Let's do 6. Oh yes. I mean 12. I mean 24. Wow, 24 might be too much. Unless we create more. More. And reduce the spacing. I don't know, normalizing it really changes things. Yeah, reduce the size down to 3.5. Wow, it's really interesting. And the spacing could be 25. Oh yes, I'm getting there. I think we're ready to muck around with color now. We're ready to change the color. So for each branch, we're gonna pass a color to we're gonna pass a hue. All right, and we'll define that hue. Const hue is equal to map.random. Actually, I want it to be 0.15 plus map.random times 0.1 plus 0.05. That's going to be the hue. And now I pass hue to getBox. Index, let's put it here. Hue is equal to 0.5 as a default. Now let's move this material into the getBox method right here. And it just takes a color. The color is a new 3.color setHSL hue. Boom. That's really dark. That's better. Not loving the hue. Not loving the hue. What about that? Is that better? Kind of, right? Sort of. I like that the default middle box is kind of greenish hue. Let's do that instead, or that. I'm not loving that. Let's make the value, the brightness of each of those colors get brighter as you move out from the middle. So we'll start nice and dark, like 0, okay, and say color.offset HSL. Oh, look at that! Look how cool that is. It looks like a cloud-like thing. That's lovely. That's lovely. I don't know how GitHub Copilot came up with that number, but I love it. Let's go back to 1, and let's set the emissive value of this to color as well. And then it looks extra glowy. Isn't that cool? Not what I expected with the color. Offset HSL starting at 0. Maybe if I started at 0.2. Yeah, that's cool too. Actually, 0 is the way it needs to be. Math.random times 0.1. What does that look like? 0.2. That's kind of cool. Not really what I'm expecting. And if I modify the hue of each of these branches, right now the hue is that. If I make it that, see, I'm not really feeling that anymore. In fact, it's not really working. Why? Why is that? color is a new color, set HSL hue. Okay, so that's too dark. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that works. You gotta have something in there. If you have 0 in there, it gets totally desaturated. Doesn't work. That works. There you have it. The next thing I probably would do would be to muck around with animating this so that maybe all the boxes are hidden, and then they scale up from the middle, and each box kind of scales up to its size, and then maybe it keeps scaling up and fades away like an explosion. I think that would be really cool. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. If there's something you'd like to see, let me know. If you like this, subscribe. Why not? It's free. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.